Right, fucking finally. Reconnected. Don't know what the fucking hell took so long. You couldn't just, like, brick on a card or two, could you? You couldn't just, like, you know, draw a bad hand. That'd be rude. I don't know why you summoned it in defense. You're on turn 2. Just attack me, you daft twat. You don't have anything banished. I can't do anything. Why don't you just put it in attack position? I can't put anything into the grave either, which means Magnamut is all of fucking useless. I mean, it doesn't matter, you banish the unicorn, you get it back. It doesn't take a genius level intellect to figure it out. You don't have a Kashtira Xyz monster. You're not going to either. Unicorn can attack during this turn. I don't think there's anything I can fucking do because, hey, guess what? Dim Fizz. How many Miracle top decks I could get? I don't think I'm even running the Kashtiras in this. No. No, I'm not. There is not a Miracle top deck that fucking does it. Oh, just make up your fucking mind. It can't be that difficult. You've declared the effect. There you go. Use Rebellion to attack with a monster I steal, if that were to happen, which it isn't. Yeah, good job. Fucking Christ. Alright, one more. Just one more with this deck, and then I'm putting it to bed. I want to give it a fair shot, but I also want to, like, actually stand them on a attack. Granted, the last few have just been complete bullshit, because you opened, of course, the nuts. How could you not? Right. Normal to foolish. And in this case, I think we foolish. Nothing. Fucking nothing. It's alright, because that's what Destrudo's for, in hand, apparently. Right, doesn't make sense to go for Yazi, so we go for Zeta. We Magnamut for the, what's its face? We Magnamut the Armageddon, right? And put that one face up, sure. I know it's playing into Lightning Storm. I am a little past caring at the moment. We're against a standard deck size. they've used all of Ash Blossom. So we're not exactly... we're not exactly overwhelmed with knowledge of what they could be playing until now. Gimme cards. They had something they could respond. That doesn't give me confidence that they could respond with something. No, I'm not going to respond to that. I don't want to book my own monsters, thank you very much. Fugari. Who is an on-summon, right? Yeah. Hornet drones are once, it isn't. We didn't add engage. Wait, you count Brave? You count Brave? Cookie. It's yummy. You don't have any yummy monsters in your grave. You might have some in your hand, but you do not have any in your graveyard. Right, so yeah, they make the link one first, because of course they do. There's just no reason they don't. Chain. Yeah, you know, that feels pretty good actually. Fuck you. Did you just... you hard drew that. You just hard drew it. That still gives me an add-offer share fight. Which is not ideal, but it will have to do. Hello Rick, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. What I got? Cups of Yummy Way. Activates a card or effect. The only thing we have is a double Bucket Moon, which doesn't really do anything against Yummy. And the thing is, it's just Yummy monsters, it's not anything specific. Welcome back to Strudo. This. Are you doing a synchro 3? You're doing another Link summon. Now why would you be going for another Link summon? Because you haven't used the field spell effect yet. Okay. Now this is live again. It's fine, I can take it, right? Can. It's close. And that's another synchro. Special summon 2 Yummy to your graveyard but negate their effects. Well, that's Interesting. Please tell me it's both the ones. No, of course it isn't. Don't have Jerusalem to rely on anymore either. Which really fucking sucks. I don't know if this works or not, but I'm going to try it. Return them. I don't think it does, because I think it will try and resolve as much as possible, which means I'm just fucking dead. I try to play me best, and it really don't do jack shit now, does it? Yeah, that tells me. Fuck you and fuck off. I know this deck isn't fantastic, but it really just kind of sucks that everyone's pretty much either completely steamrolled or been a complete pushover. There has not been an in-between. And it's really fucking annoying, especially when, like, this was a duel we were winning. And they just draw, like, the single card that gets them out of it. I don't really want to play another go in second deck immediately. We've just come off the back of actually playing, like, a go in second deck recently. So I think we'll try our kind of Umi pacifist deck. See if this does any better. Oh yeah, also don't let the clock count there for you. We haven't actually been going for 12 minutes. There's been a stream that has just ended, supposedly, because OBS completely disconnected, as is apparently just. So yeah, I've already been here for about an hour and a half. Right. Give me Pacifist. Give me Sea Stealth 2. Give me Canada, and give me Sea Stealth Attack. That is not a bad opening hand by any means. Surely this is going to do something better than the past deck. Because, I mean, banishing the top cards of the opponent's deck doesn't really stop what they have going. Not normally. It just potentially cuts off future access. Whereas this is hopefully an immediate fucking threat. What the fuck is your problem? You can't kill me off of one Zune, can you? It's so much fucking advantage. It's one card. Why do I go first and immediately run into the person who is maining a go second deck? On my back row deck. Like, this couldn't have happened to me while I was playing the previous one, could it? Well, that's it, 16 direct. I think it's at 3. Yeah, Lightning Storm's at 3. Like, I don't care about the quantity, I'm just pissed off because that is the only fucking play that, like, I've managed to do in a few games at this point that's mattered. And of course it doesn't matter. That would have been a completely winning hand. Like, you know? Yes, multi-material Zeus. Good job. I need to be on the fucking field. And the thing is, it's a once negate. Like, I can't beat Zeus. That doesn't do it. The best I can do is make him unaffected. One turn. It's one turn. If it is just actual Zoo, they're going to struggle to put out 6,400 in a single turn, even with Zeus. If they're going to struggle to put out that much damage, we should see if we draw a better card off the top. The obvious and main issue is that any continuous traps are fucking useless. Well, no, any trap card is useless. Also, so is the Pacifist's field spell. Is there a useful card in the deck? Pray tell. I'm not so certain there is. I might drag a Lich at best. Just Zeus, you know. We've got 4 materials. If you don't, it's just incorrect. Fuck this game. Well, so much for being upbeat, happy and optimistic on the first stream of the month. This has been a miserable time. What about this? Nope, we don't get to choose. So far it really feels like the coin toss has not been in my favour today. Can't win one for the life of me with the other deck. I've won it once with this deck, and I got Lightning Stormed for it, so make of that what you will. Is it Ray? Is it... No, it's worse. Is it worse? I'm not actually sure if Kashtira or Sky Striker is more beatable at this point for us, just generally. I think it's possibly Kashtira, although Fenrir has recently become unlimited in Master Duel's Infinite Wisdom. Which, you'd think they'd actually just, like, limit Unicorn, right? Extra deck ripping is a lot less fun than just, like, on-field spot removal. Not the end of the world. I'd rather other things, but I'll make do with what you got. Yep. People seem to have, like, rediscovered this card. Or just discovered it, I don't really know. You think I'm going to special summon? You might be mistaken. Set 1. Set 2, set 3, set 4, set 5. Best of luck, Yugioh. The only bit that probably matters is Olenoids for the face down, or if they get it for Kashtira Birth. Yeah, in that case I will Olenoids for the face down. Cool, bye. That really doesn't matter. Blackout. Requires a worm. But they don't know that. rid of the one monster they do have. So we've got a monster negate. I've got a kind of attack negate, which allows me to put some spell traps in the grave. I'm not actually sure what I would use. We at least let them attempt to do it. Spiral power. And chain of failure. I'm gonna lose 3 cards from the top of my deck, but I think that's fine. Yeah, in this case, that is very much fine. Until the end of the turn, unfortunately. You do realize it's all its effects. Maybe you don't. Okay. This one's pretty good. Alright, choose your attack target, because I can guarantee whatever it is probably better for me. Kashira, add a Kashira. Go for it. Oh, it's during the opponent's turn only. That's okay. Right. Their effects are back on to be turned off immediately. I can make Centaurea. It returns it to the hand, which is honestly not great. What do you drop? It's not enough. Flip this. What is enough? That would be enough. Activate this. Just summon out Canadia. Dump 3. Apparently doesn't matter. Activate Umi. Oh, I could activate Umi the whole time. I kind of forgot that that had a thing like that. I guess that would have been good knowledge. But, in this case, we're just gonna make do. What can I actually do with this? I can make Dark Mist. I can make Dark Mist. I don't think there's anything else that's particularly... Yep. And it's probably worth it that I just leave it in this position, because it means I can get rid of Unicorn pretty quickly. I should stop with that. Can't be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. I don't know if they are going to destroy them though. Summon in defense. Yeah, this feels worth it. I can target literally anything. Give me the unicorn. Resolve this. Have that back. So the downside is they didn't activate anything. The plus side is they might not want to. So its attack value. I mean, I can normal summon this. Gets me a search. Gets me Rip. I guess it gets me grip. Handle Grave. Okay, that's what that is. I think that's the only graveyard thing I can do at the moment. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, it just equips all the ones that can. Attacking with the highest one next, just in case it's Ash Blossom. Not quite. But on the other hand, I'm content to wait. With a monster on the field, that does kind of turn off all your Kashtira shenanigans. Except that one. But you activated a card. No, that's apparently you're activating a card. Right, I understand what's wrong. Give me this. Bye. I understood what was wrong. And, you know, this will still do it. Thank you. You can get yourself the spell, but it doesn't really do anything for you. Because you need to target one you control, and you no longer control one. So, resolve Howl first. Resolve Stealth. And yeah, I believe I do actually have Game, because I can use this to hit over one. I can then change it to equip to the other one. Yeah, that's gonna be the play. Attack, then effect, vanish to equip to this one. Okay, so I could have finished this a bit sooner, but hey ho, we did it. It's not the best Kashtira deck, or they drew really badly. I guess I can have a look and see which one it is, just for the interest of people who may or may not still be watching. Because I can understand if people give up after their point. Oh, they're playing Metamorphosis. Funny. Is it counted as Fusion Summon? It's not counted as Fusion Summon, so this is rather pointless. That's not Fusion Summoned either. The only reason you should have it is for Last Warrior. I'm not going to remark on the rest of the deck, we're just going to continue on because time is short. I have other things to, well, other duels to get to. packs to open, cards to moan at that I have 15 copies of already. Apparently that's not one of them, but the rest of these pretty much are. The Last Warrior, another stun card to be abused and banned. The thing is, without Metamorphosis, there isn't really a way to abuse it. Or, like, the way to abuse it is so ridiculously convoluted that it's not actually worth it. Another Dartwell. Nordic, Ariadne, and Valence. But we don't really have Valence. Surprise, surprise, we're just jumping back into the duels. Like, Last Warrior is a problem. I'd agree with that in terms of, like, it hits the field and pretty much the person who controls it probably just wins the game. It's not protected by anything, but given the fact that so many decks rely on monsters to do things. Alright, we've been here for like a couple of hours at this point, and we may rank up, possibly. Although, if the mate is accurate to the deck, I don't like my odds. If the field is accurate to the deck, I don't like them less. That could still be many, many decks at this point. This seal does not narrow it down, as my deck building proves. Where now? Are you gonna do the banded line? That could be a 10 synchro. That could be many levels synchro. I should have stopped that, shouldn't I? Fucking muppet. Like, I've just been using this, well, not the same deck, but you get the idea. I have more or less just been using this. Nothing else, I can stop that. Because that does get them an add in end phase, so I think I should. I don't have any traps in grave, so that is what it is. What's the fusion side? Those two. Is it just Grangwig? It is Grangwig, no. Send a level 6 on higher, light or dark. Send Garua, draw a card. Also, I'm just realizing they didn't actually search Runic Fountain, which means they probably hard drew it. Or did they search for it? I just blanked it from my mind. Yes, they did search it. But in theory... Well, they have a Magma in hand. They have an Ephesa in hand. So they have 2 unknowns. I think they have 2 unknowns. Pacifist. Gee. Well, that's pretty damn good. There was no response window there. There was a response window there. do, I think in this case... Yeah, let's do it. Battle. I get to destroy any card, so I'm gonna destroy the monster. Battle phase? You're gonna use the bestial at some point, right? Yeah, there you go. It's more just a question of when. So, because the field spell is limited, I can just banish it, and that does solve the issue. I'm not going to summon the token because I got him. Nope, you simply go to main, set 1, set 2. I think it's better that way around. I mean, it's strictly... yeah, I think it's better. Okay. So let's do Picaya, see if that goes through. And it does. Okay. And get Griffin Vicious. Well, unfortunately I'm pitching Vicious here. That is what is. Synchro. They're on the floor. In this case, it's just, yeah, we target it. We negate it. And now I can get rid of the Baron. Of course, you'd happen to have Max C though. It just makes sense. Yeah, just draw the fucking busted one off. Motherfucker. Of course, the 1-of Maxi draws them into their 3-of Ash Blossom to quash what little interaction I might bother to have for their turn. Of course. It just makes sense. It feels fair. You know, every so often I do feel okay about playing Masochist and, you know, have a little bit of fun. We have, like, some back and forth duels. You win some, you lose some. And then the opponents just kind of fucking have everything. For, like, my awful... well, not my awful decks, but my less than perfect decks. Like, Generator can just about keep up because it's, like, a constructed Generator deck is kind of rogue. No response. This game is so fun and interactive and not unfair in the slightest way. Yeah, you know what? You could not phrase it better, Mr. Endgame, and I think you've surmised Master Duel in its entirety. They want me to go first. What the fuck am I going against? Okay, if it's early in, it's still because it's early in the season, but Masochist games have been horrible. I don't think it's just been, like, early season has been horrible. It just feels like it's been bad. Like, generally. I will say that this hand is pretty fucking baller, though. Because you just do 1, 2, 3, and 4. It does depend on if the metaverse gets hit. Let's find out. Metaverse, yay or nay? Oh, that's a yay. Also, yeah, this card is Umi, so worst comes to worst, then, you know, Umi is on the field for C Stealth. But yeah, Masochist has just kind of felt awful lately, and I don't think it's particularly, like, new season for it. Oh, you gave me a water monster. Now, I didn't summon it, so surely that doesn't count for, like, me summoning an effect monster. It resolves. Do you think they know? So it's apparently Yugioh, but do you think they know about C Stealth attack? Because I'm not sure they do. Also, they've just given me a big, you think they read it, or you think they read it? I think they do. I think they have. But then again, that's not necessarily them understanding a card either. Because if you don't know, the way C Stealth works, start of damage step, I don't take any damage. Because this is before damage calc. The start of damage step is before that. I don't take damage from their cards. It is, what, at the start of the damage step, it's not a once per turn. And I get power, just because it's the negate. But yeah, fun thing, even if I wanted to deal damage into a zero attack monster, I couldn't. Because C Stealth means that this will kill everything it touches, unless it's indestructible. Yep, that doesn't exactly help you either. I'm not really using monster effects, I'm not sure if you've gathered. Fusion Destiny, you say? Well, my spell traps can't die. And this can die, but then another one takes its place. And yeah, it's DPE. Of course, it is DPE. Which means I just let it pop this if it wants to. We just wait. These can't die, courtesy of C Stealth. And if this one does die, it just gets replaced, courtesy of the field spell. What's the last card in hand, and why didn't you do proper Yugioh combo? Like, where's Nightmare Pain? Have you done something? I think they may have done something wrong. They're taking a long time to think about this. Battle phase, they going for it. I ain't doing anything. DPE swings in. Anyway. Yeah, you can break it back during the standby phase, but that doesn't really do anything. Does the kaiju come back to me? My opponent owns it, but I did control it. Who knows? Kaiju return. I get kaiju. Alright, I believe I have to control, like, no effect monsters. Which does mean I've got to get rid of Gameciel somehow. Like, actually get rid of it. Which is going to be easier said than done. You add a Phantasm Spiral. So if I can get that to trigger... that's fine. Change to attack. Go to battle phase. Yeah, I guess I do this. Banish the Gameciel. You now have one card on my field that you can destroy. Oh, okay. They're just going for the wrong card anyway. I think they don't... I don't know if they've realised they're fighting a losing battle. Right, so if I destroy the Yubel, then they get something. So I'm going to destroy the field spell instead. Because now they just lose the Yubel. And jobs are good. I guess main 2 and I set Takaya. But other than that, we're solid because it's just DPE. I can keep banishing Gameciel. They're top decking for an out to sea stealth. What is my grave? Okay, it's not a huge graveyard. I want to draw some cards. We can repeat the same song and dance however many times it takes. However many times it takes for them to realise nothing matters. Discard Kaya, draw 2 cards. And thanks for activating a thing, but you activated a thing at a different point, so I'm getting myself a token. This really hasn't panned out for them. This is probably not what their deck is supposed to do. But my deck is doing what it's supposed to do, and so I don't have much sympathy at the moment. Oh, would you look at that? That gets me a search. That gets me a destruction. I can even stick another 2,000 body on the field. Like, the DPE keeps coming back, so I have to respond to it in the same way every time, but I can just... I can pop the face down. You have one card in hand, one face down, and a DPE. The DPE, as we've already established, is not a threat. Yeah, I'm not letting you keep that. And we will res a paleo for it. We can now just start really popping it in for damage. Call by. Yeah, sure. Call by for a normal monster. Electric Jellyfish, which is, you know, pretty good in this scenario still, because we can just negate DPE. We've now got so many ways to stop DPE from doing anything. Right. Normal summon a guy. Get me a search. Well, he ain't doing anything. Destroys a monster by battle. Hand deck or grave, then discards. It's not going to destroy anything by battle, so I'm just going to get this one, because that will actually put the dragon on the field. There you go. Long time coming. But we got one. That's how long it takes to rank up when you're at first playing a really... I mean, we're still not playing the greatest of decks. But it's got a much better win rate. Yeah, it is like, they picked any other kaiju, and they were probably... Well, no, yeah, any other kaiju, and they could have at least hit into it to deal me some damage. So, you know, that's just... Why'd you pick the lowest attack, you know? You really gotta think about these things. Also about, like, what barrier statues are legal in Master Duel. Because I think that's actually your pick of, like, what you use as a kaiju. This is a really good rank 2 monster. It's 2200, which is big enough. It is a negate. Earth Zombie isn't, like, amazing, but, like, that's definitely something we can play. Opti-Camo for the level 1 deck. What level 1 deck, I don't know, but the level 1 deck. Opti-Camouflage Armor, like, it's the kind of thing that you think, oh, like, Lyrillus would like that, but Lyrillus just attack directly anyway. And the best boss monsters they have are rank monsters, not levels. And we got no new cards, as is apparently typical. Right, I'm gonna stick on a Duel Life for a minute. I need to nip away for a couple seconds, so be right back. I got temporarily excited because I saw Heka Hands, and then I realised that they're just playing it with Chimera, which, maybe it's innovative, but it's not my cup of tea. Anyway. Right. We opened a pack, it brought us pretty much nothing. So let's hurry up and get on with dueling. This deck is actually a lot more well, I've not had that many duels with it. So far it's feeling more consistent than I was expecting. But I guess we do have just like a critical amount of like paleos at this point. It's really nice that Sea Stealth 2 behaves as Umi. Well, I mean, I think we just go 1, 2, and then 3 and 4. It's not a fantastic thing, but it will have to do. We've got a banish, we've got a book, and if they don't just pop everything immediately, we have a summon. Okay, they do not pop everything immediately, so we have a summon, which can net us... this floats, doesn't it? Yeah, it does, so we don't want to pop that. We summon in defense. It's a shame we've only got one of the other Sea Stealth, but, you know. Actually, I do think we get this. Worst comes to worst, we can just banish it. Yeah, maybe that is the play. How does Elegant Egotist read? An Egotist. That's not Elegant Egotist. And how do you read? I kind of hate that more, unfortunately. Okay, I'm going to use the just immediate pop on that one. I want to maintain the banish, as the banish feels like it's more impactful. So yeah, what if we just don't let them get off to the races at all, and just, you know... No. Okay, apparently that's enough. So far, it also helps that we've been going against, on average, weaker decks. It is Harpy Lady, it looks like it's decently constructed. I could do with a couple more cards in the extra. I guess that's the criticism, right? Unless you're playing... I don't know, like, it's probably just like Monarchs at this point, right? Unless you're playing Monarchs, you should always fill out your extra deck. I don't think there's another card. Original Umi. I think Ghost from the Past and Earthbound Wave are both... Well, no, it's probably just Ghost from the Past, which is decent-ish attack reduction. Nearly clicked on the 10-pack there. That would have been an error. That would have also taken a lot of time to dismantle. Tengu, Archer, Mojo, Quick Draw, and Shogun. Well, we got a new card. I think that goes in the Runic deck, right? Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. Like, it's good because we can just... I mean, they'd probably just banish from the top of their deck, but that's what we're doing anyway. Probably thinking on it too much. I don't think it's that worth it. I have remembered though, I know we did like the deck building stream last time, but there was one deck which I meant to look into again that I haven't, and that is vampires. Because we have a decent amount, and we've got a few new cards since, we've got a few new decent bits like zombie support things, but we haven't reconstructed it. His hand. His opponent. 45-3. Arcana Force. I could be getting FTK'd. Or turn skipped. I'd rather not. I mean, there is every... like, it's a kind of coin flip. Like, literally, right? You've got at least a card that lets you change the coin flip, but... Right. They may be going to loop. I mean, they could. The thing is, Arcana Force can actually semi-consistently world skip you now, which is not particularly fun, but on the other hand, like, you know, if any deck is going to actually manage to, like, you know, world skip you, at least it's the deck that's, you know, it's the gimmick, right? It's the whole Arcana Force deck. Because previously it was just, like, a bad thing you could do in 6-Sam, which was probably longer than a standard 6-Sam combo, and less consistent. The question is if they can pull it off. I've just gotta hope they hit, like, a couple of them wrong, basically. Like, they may have won the coin toss, but, like, maybe that's the coin toss they win, you know? Maybe it's not the card effects. I can only hope. I can only dream. I can only do, I guess, hand exercises. I got tails. Oh wait, wait, why did you select tails? Wait. Oh. Right. No, in that case, I'm probably done. Is this what you meant by they're probably going to loop? I'm going to assume this is what you meant. Because that seems like it. Turns out these little hand grip kind of strengthening things get a lot more difficult when you just put 2 of them on. Wait, that was your... was that your normal summon? Did you get an extra one? I don't think I need Night Drago Lich in this scenario. Immediately... Okay, so they've got like 1 normal summon. They loot me for 1. Is that word though? God fucking damn it. You know, it would actually be pretty damn cool if I managed to get heads on that. Just saying. Can you imagine getting heads on the world with 2 monsters? I know it's during the end phase, but that'd be pretty cool. I like that. As it is, he's just a big bungus. Oh, you can use my side of the field as well, can you? It's probably just add a card, right? They are getting to Zawarobo. It's just mean. Fuck you. I can't say it with, like, real malice because it's fucking Arcana Force, but, like, turn skips aren't fun. Can you believe it? And we gotta choose. You see, that's the other thing. If we gotta choose first in the last one, we would have at least got a turn and been able to interact with it. But because our hand traps are so few, basically non-existent, here, connect for fuck's sake. But because our hand traps are so few, it's just like, we don't really get the option of interacting most of the time. 58-15. Skip turn, old card, no once per turn. Yeah. I don't really want Planet Pathfinder on a subsequent turn, so we're gonna use it. At worst, it baits out an Ash, right? Or at best, it baits out an Ash, I guess. Set 1. Set 2. I don't know if the second one isn't live, but that's fine. I think I might start using these, like, hand grip strengtheners during the stream, because, like, it's the one thing that I've, like, found is, well, there are a few things slowing me down with climbing lately when I've been doing that. Well, we're gonna draw 2 because, you know, why wouldn't I? Oh wait, I should have used that to add to hand. Stupid. You gotta love your opponent just opening one of Duster, as with everything. But yeah, I'm like noticing that my grip strength just isn't quite as good for climbing. One of the like a good way of cutting it is that some of the holds that I'm struggling on, you gotta kind of grip them like you have Lego hands. Like, I think that makes sense to most people. You imagine that your hands are just a big C shape, and that, yeah, you can't really just kind of like, well, if I was better, I guess I could just hang from the top of the hold, like just on my fingertips, but I'm not that good a climber. There's no once per turn on, like, Phantasm Spiral Battle, but on the other hand, it's a Cyber Sec, and we don't have any interaction. It is turn 2. So we can sit here, watch the combo, see if they can kill us, see if they misplay, I guess, is the big thing, right? Or we can hedge our bets and go to the next game. Excuse you, what? Oh, okay. For a second I thought that was a Breaker Tail card. But no, I have a feeling we are just access code dead. Probably. I mean, it's Cybers. How hard? Like, it's actual code talk. How hard can it be to just, like, make access code? Press 3 times fast forward on YouTube. Does it go up to 3 times? I thought it just goes up to twice. Although maybe I'm wrong on that. Three times if you pay. The only times I've had premium, it was offered for free. Link 2. Meow. Okay, so you're making a link to. For what reason, pray tell? Like, access code does just kind of do it. Well, I guess... What's up, Jazz? Oh, I didn't look. They were just getting the game. I looked away for 2 seconds because it looks like the cat's playing with something, but I'm not actually sure. But yeah, they were just getting to lethal. Alright. I mean, I appreciate you didn't do the full combo. What are you actually playing? It's just a little loud. Jesus. Yeah, they are playing access code. They're playing update Java. Meow. Okay, so, like, I'll be right back. I gotta handle cat. Alright, I don't know what's up with the cat. Thought she was just, like, using the list tray or something like that. No, she is not. She's just meowing for the sake of it. Some people looking to climb ASAP. Oh yeah, I was talking about, like, physical IRL climbing, like rock wall climbing, indoor climbing. In terms of about, like, the grips and things. Unless you were referring to, like, the deck list. Because, yeah, some people definitely try and save some time in duels. And just decide, like, you know what, I have game, I'm just gonna go for it. Tis hand. Beat stick, go. Go Paleo 1. Go Paleo 2. I think we can just discard the Phantasm Spiral Dragon. Hand deck or grave, yes we can. So we could keep the Yamatako for a Susanoo play. Nope, that's not his name. I don't know, if I just, like, stop you at the start one, does that do it? I've got no idea. I'm just hoping it does. Also, you got Big Number. Big Number scary. But no, more importantly, that card could apparently place a thing on the field. You're playing Elf Note Cool Tune, because of course you are. I'm going first. I've got 2k attack on the field. Do your guys attack and defense or something? You don't, right? No. This card can become a beat stick, but that's like the worst of it, right? No, they don't. So it's B2B, RS, Remix. And I guess Crackle. Those are the ones that are like kind of a big attack, big points. The question is, can I get away with holding my Paleozoic? Because if I can, that's a rank 2, which is not amazing. Or if I can, that's a Synchro 10, which is moderately better, actually. Sorry, what did you chain link? 1? Chain link 2. Okay. Like, I have things in rotation, but, you know. I mean, you're just gonna banish one of them, put the other one on the bottom of the deck, it doesn't really matter. Like, yeah, you just banish, you put it on the top of the deck. Oh, did you put the card from the graveyard on top of the deck? Wait. Which card put a card on top of the deck? I'm still a little confused. How did that work, sorry? Effect resolution. On the bottom of the deck. Oh, you returned it. Okay, it just went to the bottom of the deck, which means I don't have it in the grave anymore, and so Hallucigenia does not need to be held for anything. Do you fear the one Paleozoic that much, really? Because that surprises me somewhat. Oh yeah, I'm pretty soon probably not going to be able to target them for any reason. Other tuners. Yeah, I mean, currently I can target this one. Return a card your opponent controls, banish one. Because this is a modify, and they summon that one in attack position, I'm just going to do it. If you want to return the trap to the hand, then by all means go for it. But there's a... They can make this guy... Yeah, there you go. Each cool tune loudness war, which is this name, 3/3. But becomes overrides games. Sure. I don't really know what you're gonna do. Did you just decide to... Oh, well. Guess I'm getting the fucking dragon next turn. No, I'm not. I'm so confused. Like, now I can activate the field spell on the next turn. Normal summon and search a pot. Which is not the strongest play of all time. But, like, you've given me a play? Sorry, what? Why? You had the option of just not doing that. You give me a tuner monster that I can't do anything with. I guess that's a reason to hate Cool Tunes slightly more. The fact that, like, Ash Blossom and Co., like the Ghost Girls, are kind of, like, mandatory includes in most decks, and now you just get bonus advantage from running them, in the same way that kind of like Draco Tail does, because you can loop them. But in this one, they're tuners, and so they just help out the whole strategy. I'm finding ever more reasons to hate these things, you know? Like, I'm certain a Neocraft can probably do something really awful. I'm sure that, P.E.K.K.A hands can probably do something really awful as well. That said, I haven't had to deal with either of those yet. Cool Tune seems very oppressive because they've got both ways of support. They can just extra grip you and have perfect hand knowledge. They can play better with hand traps than, plenty of other decks. Draco Tail, having turn 1 plays, playing better with hand traps because you can just recycle them as well. B2B. Why is everyone summoning the fucking monster? This is a tuna. Why is it a fucking tuna? Everything's a tuna. And I can't target. Which I'm pretty sure target. It's ever so slightly annoying. It's also ever so slightly annoying to be running into just meta deck down in gold. I get some people don't play that often. I get some people are new to the deck and maybe they've made it yesterday. But you're in gold 4 of all places. I don't think you just made it yesterday. The amount of people that are down here that kind of just auto-surrender to Cool Tune is kind of drastic. Well, that's not a hand of all time. That is a terrible fucking hand. Against 42-15. Add a monster with 0. Okay, that narrows the pool a bit, in theory. I don't actually know how much it does. You're on blue eyes. This hand does not beat blue eyes. This hand does not beat many things, but blue eyes it does not. Onward, next game. I swear that, fucking Christ, this is bad. I'm down in gold. I know I've played, a good few games with that, runic pile. But, it's fucking gold down here. I know it's the set below platinum, I guess, and it's where people are going to be stepping up their game. That's not fantastic. $55.15. What are you doing? You have a response for a normal monster summon. You're just gonna go for Zeta. We're going for Zeta, and we're going to set Howl. Do we set Kaya? Why not? They might think Pikaia is real. And then if we do draw into a Paleo next turn, it becomes something that is just actual draw power. I think it pays to set it off now. To set it now. It's just branded fusion at home, Oh no, sorry, it's not this one that's branded fusion at home, it's the other one. Oh, it's not even at home. It's just Branded Fusion. And Branded Fusion is a UR, that's an SR. I mean, yes, I will do this. And you're playing the branded stuff, because of course you are. Speaking of... You see, it's something moderately annoying about 60-card piles. For some reason, they have a consistency that is just through the fucking roof. Like, just straight up into the stratosphere. But meanwhile, I can't draw a half-decent hand in a little under 50. I think we save it. Depends on what they fusion summon first, right? Because if they fusion summon the one that then fusion summons... Oh, that's an actual disconnect. Well, I'll fucking take it, you know. Maybe it's not something that we actually won, but on the other hand, that shit happens. We'll take 4 legacy tickets, please. I will take that duel as apology for my prior suffering today. I don't think any of these are particularly good. Nope, that's a specific name. I mean, that could just be Tribute 1 monster. But that feels like it's a... lose? I don't know. You're coming from a position of being behind because you've resolved a counter trap. Like, just resolved a counter trap. And then you need to Raigeki them. That feels like a little bit of a weird card. Alright, 1 pack. Could be anything. What are we looking at? Aerial, Easy Flame, another map, a Battery Man support card, and nothing. Surprise, surprise. They're adding new cards all the time. Can't pull any of them. Can't pull any of the old cards we're missing. Can only pull duplicates. Into the next one. I guess maybe there's an argument that you don't deserve to pull new cards after your opponent just surrendered, but I'd argue I do. I'd argue that my mental state, you know, demands an apology for me putting me through this, and that Master Duel should foot the bill. That seems fair and reasonable to everyone, right? I'm going second. Surprise. There must be about 10k cards in the master pack, so I think it is pretty close to 10k. And granted, like, you know, there's about an equal amount of, like, NR cards. Which is about, like, you know... Oh, come on, we just got through someone quitting, well, disconnecting. Right. What am I looking at, I guess? I could be looking at many things. they can in theory get to the counter trap. And that's another thing, by the way. I just want to point this out. 60 cards. And I know you've got a couple of ways to get to Branded Fusion, but that's still 60 cards. Could you not brick on something? Could you not draw the nuts? What is it with opponents who are playing 60 to just like get good hands? But when you play 60, the instant you do it, you draw all the garnets or like just the worst hands known to man. Does anyone have a logical explanation? Because I do not. And also, it's not normally the one you make first. So what's happening that's different here? Are you just going straight into Mirror Jade? You're not making Mirror Jade. At the moment it feels like decision paralysis. They're not doing much of anything. Oh, okay. If you say something, it kind of jinxes it and gets them to move on with their life. Is it in that order? I could swear it's in the other order normally. Guess I'm wrong. I don't know. Yep, there's Mirror Jade. So what else are we doing? And is Mirror Jade just a monster or a card? Bash one monster, thank fuck. So I should be able to pass this to then get power online. But I don't have a normal summon or anything to do with it, so it might just be like pacifist set 4 or 5. And my opponent has set 2 cards. Now Branded do have a counter trap. What the hell are you doing with that? It's not the counter trap, but you did set from deck. Which makes me think one of the others is the counter trap. Right. Activate Pacifist. Okay. 1. I think it is better to set all of them. Actually, no. Dynamicious should keep... I should keep Howl in hand for Dynamicious. Why are you suddenly thinking on the first set card? Okay. I'd like my field spell to remain intact, pretty please. You know, all things. Apparently not. I rather hate just, you know, not being able to get through a little bit, like just the most basic of plays to even get started. I know I've done it to an opponent plenty of times, but, like, the thing is, I've done it to opponents who have had, like, constructed decks. I don't have anything. And if they held on for, like, a turn or two, there's a good chance that a lot of the time they can actually, like, play through a game that, like, you know, I've supposedly ruined the start of. We're on 42-15. We'll take it. At this point, anyone where my opponent surrenders is just, you know, Master Duel apologising for how I've been treated in the past. And yeah, I don't think I particularly wanted to go up against this again. Not because it's, like, the most unfun deck, but just because, yeah, I'm still not going to beat it. Like, that's still, what, Raigeki? No, it's Raigeki Duster. It's just a nuke. It's still a nuke. It's still a pretty easy to reach negate. You know, they're still playing Dragoon. Right. And the XP bar for the next level ever so slowly increments up. Has anyone actually reached level 50 yet? Because that is supposedly the cap. Or, like, the max level that Master Duel rewards you for anything, but... Force Resonator, Gadget Box, Worm Tentacles, Speedroid, Noodle. I like Noodle. That is a pretty damn good card. But the thing is, you do need to build the whole fucking deck around him. And we don't have the field spells. Which, granted, aren't essential to him. But they make it a damn sight easier. I think, like, for the moment, the best card in this pack is the Great Noodle Inversion, because it's essentially Upstart. Yes, it's Upstart as a trap, but it's still pretty much just Upstart. Right, well, where are we at? One more to... Okay, let's see if we can make it to gold 3. I'm not going to go for too much longer, but I would like to make it to gold 3. Just small things, right? We gotta choose. We go in first. Train the hands for the grip strength. Because, I don't know, it's probably somehow relevant to dueling. I mean, the guy was fishing cards out of a waterfall. It's fine. You think I'm going to special summon, you say? Umi is not on the field, may I remind you. I think we just go for Mega Life. Activate. They really don't know what I'm doing. On the other hand, their main decking... Well, main decking floor is not so controversial anymore. Max C's at 1, you're gonna find a replacement. There we go. Beat stick. Thanks for looping yourself for 2. I really hope it wasn't worth it. Of course it's the card off the fucking top. It wouldn't be anything else. Well, I've got a pop and I've got a special summon negate. Umi is technically on the field, so, you know... Well, how many turns of this can you take? Dynamicious, not a bad one. I'm just gonna set it now, because no one in the year of our Lord 2026 is on the level of catastrophe. and that means this is functionally no different than setting it in end phase for me. I mean, hopefully I have this. Also, hello, welcome. Sure. I can bring it back at the start of the battle phase for, like, next to nothing. Which, I guess is... It's Tenpai. Alright. I mean, you can special summon him, but he ain't doing anything. Absolutely not. I am not letting you do that. You can do 850 damage. I can't stop you from doing that. You know what? I'm rather happy you bricked. Say that. Hand or Grave, but destroy it at the end of the battle phase. I can banish it, but does that matter? For the moment, I don't think it does. The closest thing it would do is get me a Paleo on the field. So, yeah, they aren't really doing much of anything. I'll take 850, because that's just... Well, actually, no, I won't. If this exists on the field, it's just kind of negated. And there's no bringing it back from the graveyard with its effect. They'd have to, at the moment, just Book of Moon it. But this does stop the damage, at least. So I've got Eternal Blocker, but on the other hand, Tenpai does not need very many cards to get a good hand. So that moderately scares me. Is this limited? It is. You weren't summoned from the main or extra. This is just damage. If it dies at some point, it dies at some point. I'm not particularly fond of keeping it around. The only thing is, if they do summon from deck, it keeps them in defense position. I don't know if that's a continuous thing, though. Like, if it gets summoned, I don't know if it's kind of like stumbling, or if it's Gravity Bind. I haven't actually checked. And they can't be bothered to find out. Thank God for that. I don't feel that we had too many terrible top decks left, but I'm very happy we didn't have to find out at all. Right, and that makes it a stream. Let's open the last pack. And let's update the win-loss ratio, which I'm not looking forward to doing this time. But, that's what the cushion's there for, that, like, 300 or so dual cushion above 33%. Star Power is... Star Power is a card, as it turns out. Retaliating Sea we already have a playset of, and the rest of the cards do not matter. We don't have Crimson Dragon. Do we have Dragon Synchros that we can put in the grave? This does... if Quibel ends up in the grave, this would allow us to then make Star Eater as a quick effect, which is not particularly good. Star Eater does not have an on-summon, would not be able to be destroyed by battle on a 3200 body, which means it already is slightly difficult to get over anyway, and is pretty good in the battle phase as is. 2-3, 6-6, so we've played for a few. And 9-3-4, 9-4-2. That's not all that bad. Like, I expected that to be a lot worse. Well, I guess the more you know. Hope everyone's had a good time. Thanks all for, like, popping down, seeing how it's going. And hopefully next stream is a little bit better. This deck does seem to be better. The other one was just spectacularly bad, because just we weren't opening the hands we needed consistently. So, in theory, if we keep going with this one, it shouldn't be half as long to actually win a couple of duels and possibly rank up. Anyway, thanks for popping down. I guess the next stream is Monday at this point, so I hope to see you guys then. Hope you had a good time, and goodbye for now.